Hey everybody, today I'm going to share how we use TikTok ads to generate high ticket coaching client leads and how we close them, the entire process start to finish. Now before I get into that, why should you listen to you? Just so you know, I try all of this stuff with my clients and my own business. I'm testing this every single day. I've got a YouTube channel. My main channel is 200,000 subscribers, and then I've got a TikTok with 500,000. And it's focused on public speaking coaching. So I run ads to get clients for that. I run ads for my other clients in communication, dating, relationship, fitness. Those niches do really well on TikTok. And I want to show you why, if you're already running Facebook ads, you might want to look into TikTok ads and why that makes sense, okay? Now, before we get into the ads, I'm going to break everything down. I want to show you what funnel we use. So there's two that we've used. And depending on the quality of the lead you want, you pick one or the other, okay? This is the one that I would go to. This is the quality funnel. So we first run the ad, and again, if you're doing this with Facebook or YouTube, it's probably the same. You run the ad to an opt-in page. Now on the opt-in, it's name, email, phone number, and for us, we actually put in the job title in there too. And this was specific for our public speaking niche because we found that we could tell if someone was qualified or not depending on their job title. So if I'm a public speaking coach, we were working with executives, right? And if they say I work as a cashier or I work as a junior accountant, we know they're not going to be able to afford our price tag and we don't bother calling them. So think about qualifying your prospects on the opt-in form. It's going to give you more information. You're going to know which leads to go after. We don't do that with everybody, but for which niche is very, very important, we try to add that extra question at the opt-in, okay? So they opt in, they put their name, email, then they go to a short video. Now, webinars, they're pretty long. If people have no idea who you are, unless you're giving away $5 million, they're probably not going to watch the whole video till the end, especially if they're at Starbucks and they just happen to click your ad, right? So the VSL we have is anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. That's what I recommend. We have some clients that have 15, 20 minutes that does really well too. Really depends on the kind of offer that you have. Okay, so they opt in, they watch the video, hypothetically. That's what we're trying to get them to do. And once they do, at the end of the VSL, at the end of the video, they will have a call to action that says, hey, book a call with us, and they'll book a call with you or your team, and you will sell them your product there. Okay, now this sounds very simple, but there's some key things to note, and you might have seen this with other funnels that you've done. You have a lot of people who opt in, and a lot of them will either not watch the video or not complete the video, right? And of the people who watch the video, even fewer of those will actually book the call. So we're seeing from the people who opt in, who go all the way to the end and book a call themselves, this is roughly about 15% of people. So 15% of the audience coming in will book a call in your calendar themselves. Now, if you think about it, that's 85% of your revenue left on the table. Interested leads who either forgot about you, forgot about the funnel, they didn't really realize that they had to finish the video. So we then call them right away. So if they've opted in, before they even watch the video, within 5-10 minutes, we've got an appointment setter, or if you don't have a team, call them yourself. If there is one thing that will get you more clients and more revenue, it's exactly this. Because they're hot right now, they're prime right now, they remember your ad right now, especially on TikTok. Because one scroll and they're going through 50,000 videos and they have no idea an hour later what the heck they signed up for. Trust me, we've spent tens of thousands of dollars, and sometimes we'll call a lead 2 hours later and they're like, wait, what ad? What did I sign up for? To get busy with work, maybe they were in the toilet watching it, who knows, right? So you want to call them right away. Right away. Don't wait for them to book a call. If they do, great. Talk about more stuff on the call. Call them right away. Qualify them, okay? So if they don't, then send them a personalized text and follow up. You got to be rigorous with this. This is where 85% or most of our sales come from. For the month of October, when I'm filming this in November, 70% of all of our sales came strictly from doing this, okay? And then we have our email automation. So people who've opted in and they haven't booked a call, they haven't replied, every day we're sending them an email. So first day, case study. Second day, case study. Third day, we skip. Fourth day, case study. So we're hammering them down. And these are emails that have really, really good value, right? So helpful tips, things you can implement right now. This is one of our clients who did this and got this result. And you want to have it outlining the pain they're experiencing and showing that you've alleviated that with other clients. So every single day they're getting that, they're getting warmed up. We've had so many clients who will join, they'll opt in, we'll call them, text them for weeks, nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. 3 weeks later, turns out they've been reading the emails and they'll book a call with us and they'll close. So you never know how many of these people are actually getting nurtured, okay? So this is the entire sales process I recommend. The texting and the calling is going to be the most important part that most people don't do. Don't try to automate the whole thing. Trust me, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Now, the other thing we do with TikTok is we run what's called lead form ads. So these are similar to the Facebook lead ads, which is just a form that appears when you click the ad, you fill out the form, and it's natively inside the TikTok app. What we have noticed when we do that, yes, you can get a lot of leads, but unless you get a hold of them right away, the value diminishes very, very quickly. So you have to rely on the email automation to build the value with them. Ideally, send them a video every single day. Hey, go watch this, go watch this, go watch this. And you got to get them on the phone. Because if you don't get them on the phone, chances are the instant form auto-populates. It takes them 2 seconds to, yeah, sounds good. And then they move on. So they have no idea what they're signing up for. So you also see with lead forms, you get some unqualified leads in the mix, okay? We've gotten really good results from both of them, but when it comes to quality leads, this one probably is going to work much better. But try both of them out, okay? So let's go to the ad portion. Let's go to the TikTok portion. I will show you some of the numbers first, and then we'll break it down. So this is one of the ads that we're running for high-ticket coaches. One of our clients wants high-ticket coaches because they're a business coach, running $500 a day. And this is what I want to highlight here. So we spent $500, about $458, this is Canadian, and we got about 23 conversions at 19.96 Canadian, okay? This will be $14 US. That is really, really cheap for someone who sells a program that's at least $5,000, right? So numbers are really, really good. Now, what we're finding with TikTok ads is that TikTok is very, very quick at finding clients. So we'll launch an ad. Within the first $100 that we've spent, we already started getting conversions. The algorithm gets really good at finding the target audience, and then we just crank up the ads. So let me show you what kind of breakdown we have in there. So we divide our campaign in 3 different stacks. So we've got the interest stack. So you'll choose, let's say, entrepreneurship, marketing, and advertising. Let me just open this up, and maybe I can just show you that as well. So we've got, recruitment, jobs, business services just for this one, right? And then for the other ones, we'll just leave them completely blank. Like we won't touch any of the targeting. The thing we do experiment with is the household income, because we were finding that we were getting a lot of unqualified leads. To be very honest with you, this did not make a whole lot of difference. Like we put in top 10% of zip codes. We still got a bunch of people saying, hey, I've got rent to pay. I've got 5 kids. I don't have any money. So we try to do broad targeting. We try to do interest stacking. So we stack a bunch of interests, and then we also do one or two interests per ad group. We try to stick to about 3 to 5. 3 is usually what we'll do, right? And then you see which one's doing the best. Now, about 75% of the time, we've noticed leaving it completely open is the best way. It just gets the most conversions. But every now and then, the interest stack does much better. So here you'll see the interest stack did really, really well, right? It was spending more, getting a lot of conversions much faster. Overall, the lead costs are nearly identical, but it was very good. It performed for us really, really well. So what determines whether a TikTok ad campaign does really well? And for us, it has been the creative. And I think for everybody else doing this as well, it's going to be the creative. We had some creatives that did about a 1%, I believe. Or let me just go all time here. I'll show you our best performing ads. So we've got 1.17, 1%. If anything is above 1%, it's doing amazing. That being said, the campaign that I was just showing you now did about 0.7. It was still killing it. It was still doing really, really well, right? So what we would do is when we are spending money on ads, or when we are creating an ad, we would have the offer there up front. So we say, hey, do you want this in this time? We can make that happen. So a really, really bold guarantee. If you've ever seen any of Alex Hormozi's videos, you know how important a guarantee is. We can get you from a timid public speaker to a confident public speaker in 30 days, and if we don't do it, you get your money back. Something like that grabs their attention right away. Now, what you want to do is you want to think about how much education is required for the client. So, and I'll tell you why this is important, if the client needs to be educated about your method, about you, then you won't go the direct route. Instead, you would do, hey, here's our 5-step process to completely eliminate your public speaking anxiety. Click this video, check it out. Then they would go to your VSL funnel. They'll get warmed up, they'll realize what your secret system is, and they'll book a call. But we're found for niches that are more business oriented, these people have seen the ads, they've seen the funnels, they don't really have all that time, get to the offer directly. So if you're going more B2C, where you have fitness offers, you have communication, dating offers, then go the VSL education route. If you want to go direct to business, then I would say you don't need to do that. You can go straight to the offer. You can do lead form ads for both of those niches. We've just found better quality when they go to the VSL, and we're going to call them anyway, right? So our format for the ad is we start with the offer, and then we build some credibility, then we repeat the offer, and then we have urgency. So I can get you 3 clients in 3 days. We've done this with X amount of clients before. These are our results. So if you want 3 clients in 3 days, book a call with us now. These are only open for the next 5 days. So we pretty much follow the same format for every ad, and it works really, really well. The CTRs have been very, very good amongst our clients. So with the creative out of the way, 90%, in my opinion, 90% of your success with TikTok ads is probably going to come down to the creative. How good is your creative? What you don't want to do is take your Facebook creative, especially the square one, plug it into TikTok and run it. Trust me, it's a disaster. If you have those 2 black bars, it will not run. Make one natively for TikTok, make it super snappy, run it there, and you'll see good results. Now, another thing to note, the ads on TikTok, the creatives, they do not last very long, meaning you have to make more and more and more. So for example, this one that I'm running now, it might do really good for a week, and then you will see the conversion costs rise up, or you see stop spending as much. You need to add another creative, and then another creative, and then another one. So you need to have a ready pipeline. Now, there's a very easy way to do this. We film our ads in blocks. So we'll film the hook 5 times with 5 different hooks. We'll film the story or the credibility 5 different times. We'll film the call to action 5 different times. And then you mix and match, right? And you just add. We've had some ads. It's the exact same ad. We just change the title up top, and that counts as a new creative, right? So those are all the things that you can do. So why use TikTok at all? Here's what I have realized, right? You don't get banned. Well, unlike Facebook, I have yet to experience any sort of issues. A lot of people have complained about the fact that TikTok ads are very strict. We have never had an ad rejected, like not once, ever. So I don't know if it's because we follow the policy really well, but it's been pretty good for us. The other thing I've noticed is that the ads go up and running really quickly. If I launch a new ad now, within about 5 hours, it's up and running, it's already spending. So there's been a lot of times where I'll set up an ad at, let's say, 11:30 at night. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll have 5 calls booked. That literally happened like a week ago, right? So this is very, very fast acting, and the costs are really cheap, right? So you can really get high ticket. The other thing here is a lot of people are not taking TikTok ads seriously. Most people are still talking about Facebook, still YouTube, and they work amazing. But TikTok, especially if you're in the fitness niche, if you're in anything that's visual, the beauty niche, the skincare niche, any of these niches, it will absolutely crush. Absolutely crush if you have a coaching program around that. Anything that's visual, because the organic content does really well. We are generating, just so you know, our niche is communication and leadership training. Not the most interesting thing. It's kind of dry, kind of boring, but we're able to find executives on TikTok regularly. Like, we've got no problem at all, right? Plenty of executives. In fact, I think 35 to 55 is the largest growing audience on TikTok. So we're seeing amazing results around that. So what I would recommend is, if you are going to give TikTok a shot, focus on the creative first. Throw maybe like $500 at it, right? Because we put in about $2,500 into TikTok ads last month for my business, for the public speaking business, and we did $31,000 in return, right? Now that's front end, back end, some of the mix as well, but that's a pretty good return, right? So let's go back to the funnel really quickly. The most important takeaway for you if you're running ads for the first time, if you're watching my video, please don't run them unless you've got an automation campaign set up or you have someone to call the leads. If you're just going to run them and you expect them to go through all of those steps and book at the end, I'll tell you, we've had super high no-show rates. We've had people saying, yeah, I'll show up. We literally on the forum said, are you the kind of person who books a call and doesn't show up? They'll say, nope, I'm not that kind of person, and they will still no-show, right? So you need to call them right away. So before you spend any money on ads, make sure you do that, okay? Now, if you would like help with this and you want us to do it for you, we can do that as well. Typically, the people we work with are making at least $15,000 in their coaching business, but it's not coming in consistently, or maybe they're using Facebook or YouTube ads and it doesn't really work the way they want, or their niche is on TikTok. We would love to run the ads for you. We guarantee 3 clients in 30 days or you don't pay. It's the best guarantee you will find on the market, zero risk to you. So if you're interested in that, you can find more information in the description. Hopefully this was valuable. If it was, I will see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe. See you later.